Membership. It's the lifeblood of any volunteer-based organization. The number of members directly correlates with the political influence that we have nationwide when it comes to protecting our hunting heritage, gun rights, and all things that we as NWTF members hold so dear. When it comes to the great things that we as an organization have managed to do and accomplish for the future of hunting, restoration of the wild turkey and Target 2000, and our latest initiative, Save the Habitat, Save the Hunt, all require major dollars in order to make these projects successful. In this respect, our sponsors and major donors is who carries the heavy load in order to make these great things a reality. Today, we're going to talk about selling sponsors. Who can we sell sponsors to, and some tools that will make us more successful in doing so. Today, in the world we live in, we buy things every day. We buy these items because they have a perceived value in our mind. No matter if it's a candy bar from the convenience store, a new gun, a fishing pole, or a refrigerator for our home. If we want to sell sponsorship to someone, we need to build and explain the value in that sponsorship if we want to be successful. The value that inspires one person to become a sponsor may be completely different for another. One person may like the fact that because of their sponsorship, we can fund a Jake's Day event that allows our younger generation to put down their cell phones and video games for a day and spend it in the great outdoors participating in various outdoor activities. Yet another may appreciate the fact that we can help fund a day out for our ladies called a Weedos event, or an outdoor event for our disabled community known as a Wheeling Sportsman event. We can also help fund a hunt for our disabled community or our younger generation. We are able to give a deserving senior a scholarship to help with the cost of college. We can leverage those dollars and put in a sunflower field for dove hunting in order to introduce new people to our great sport of hunting. We can leverage their sponsorship dollars in order to do habitat work, planting warm seeds and grasses, or restore the glade area back to a productive landscape. What hits the nail on the head for some folks may be totally different for another. Next, who's a good candidate to ask to be a sponsor? My regional director years ago told us, sell one to your banker, your insurance man, or anyone you do business with. Well, I didn't feel right about that. My banker only deer hunted. My insurance man was an avid fisherman but didn't hunt at all. But folks, now it is a new day. With Save the Habitat, Save the Hunt, this new potential sponsor doesn't need to be a hunter, a fisherman, or an outdoors person at all. They probably will have a child, grandchild, niece or nephew, or someone they want in the future to be able to enjoy the great outdoors as we have known it, and have the privilege to hunt and fish if they so desire. We at the NWTF are working every day to ensure that all of this happens for our future generations. So who's a potential sponsor? Just about everyone. Last year, I told my chapter locally that we need the dollars of our sponsors, but we also need extra regular members. That way we can expand our voice of our organization. How about let's try to sell some corporate sponsor tables for our banquet? With each one of these corporate tables, we get one sponsor member and 7 regular members. My chapter said, we're behind you and we'll try to make it happen. We sold 30 corporate sponsor tables along with 44 regular sponsors. That's 210 extra regular members that we would have never gotten. We put in over 200 extra people in the room. We had the biggest banquet in our history. We grossed $30,000 over the previous year and netted almost $20,000 more than the year before. In 2015, we had the biggest banquet in our history with a gross of $55,000. In 2016, with the sale of 30 corporate sponsors and putting over 200 extra regular members in the room, we grossed over $85,000 and netted $45,000 for the NWTF. Now that's what I call a win-win. All of these corporate sponsors weren't new ones. Some were regular sponsors from years before. They saw the value in what the NWTF has been doing over the years. We got some new businesses to sponsor and individuals. Some of these brought employees, others brought hunting buddies and friends, and others, like myself, brought their families. People like being able to invite other folks to have a good time, especially when it's for a great cause. You won't be able to get all sponsors to convert to a corporate, but if you just get a few, what a difference it can make in your banquet. Let's put this in perspective. In Missouri, we have over 9,000 regular members. We also have 105 chapters. If each one of our chapters just got 3 regular sponsors to upgrade to corporate sponsor, we would increase our regular members in the whole state by almost 25% the very first year. Remember, my chapter sold 30 once they actually understood how much it could help our banquet and the NWTF as a whole. Please join me in selling sponsors and corporate sponsors and help raise your banquet and the NWTF to greater heights. We did it at my chapter, so can you. Remember, most people buy from who they like and who they trust. If it's someone that knows you and they see how much you believe in the NWTF, likely so will they. Like always, if I can help answer any questions, please give me a call or an email. My name is R.L. Bennett, and I'm the NWTF Missouri State Chapter President, and my contact information is in the Show Me Gobbler and the Turkey Country magazine. I wish each of you a great banquet.